my friends, in today's video we're going to be going over the ugly, the unnecessary, the not so cute makeup of 2020. So to get to our faves, which is coming after this video, we have to get through some ugly things that I tried this year. So I'm gonna be sharing those products that I did not like, that didn't get along with my complexion, with my preference, or whatever. So we're gonna get into those in a minute, but if this is your first time around here, I'm Gigi. Thanks so much for clicking on my video. I do hope you stay and subscribe for more. Click in that red button that says subscribe, and also come over to my Instagram, because over there I do share luxury makeup releases, reviews, unboxing, everything like that. So go ahead and follow me there, and without further ado, let's start. Alright my friends, and let's begin. And I moved all the way to my right because of course I'm going to be showing you the products right here. Some of the products I have to show you, some I really don't. I'm mostly gonna show you pictures because I don't hoard products that I don't like. I don't like to put them in my collection. If I'm ever gonna reach for them, I usually give them away, or you know, family and friends, or I just return them, or whatever, I toss them. As bad as it sounds, I hate to put things back into my collection that I'm not gonna use and I just didn't like. So when I try a product, you guys, I do a ton of first impressions. When I do try a product, I already know I like it, I don't like it. Even if it's a first impression, usually they do change, but rarely it changes for me. So when I try it one time, I already know, I make up my mind and I move on. So these products, they're out of my collection and I'm gonna show them to you. They didn't work for me, doesn't mean that they will work for you. So I'm not badging any brands here. Please don't take it personal. It's just me, my skin type, my complexion, my makeup preference, whatever that is. That's just a quick disclaimer that I have to do because some people do get offended with these videos. Please don't take it personal. It's not with the brand, the owner, it's just the product. And these brands that I'm going to be talking about, I have some of my must-have favorite products from these brands. And so that goes to show that I'm not talking about the brand, I'm not badging the brand, it's just about this specific product that didn't work for me. So let's just go ahead and get started. So let's begin by Charlotte Tilbury. This year she released a few iffy products, and let's start with this one. This is her Tinted Love Lip and Cheek Stain. This is in the shade Petal Pink, and she released this for like a week. It was like one of those flash sales or flash releases that she keeps doing. You guys, I tried this. This is a stain for lips and cheeks, and it's just a product that it is extremely sticky. It never sets on your complexion. It's a good stain for your cheeks if you're not wearing any makeup, because if you do, if you're wearing any foundation at top, this is gonna lift it up. It's just messy. I couldn't for the life of me apply this without lifting my foundation. I tried fingers, sponge, brushes, you name it, didn't work. Hated this product. Oh my goodness, I kept it because I need to refer back to it, especially because it's Charlotte Tilbury and I do love her brand and her product, but this was one big fail for me. So for the lips, it didn't do anything. The stain didn't last maybe an hour or so. After drinking water, it disappeared, and it just makes your lips dry. So this was just a very disappointing product by her. This was one of her later releases, and yeah, I would say big skip. No thank you. Another release by her is another lip and cheek, which I'm going to post a picture. I cannot for the life of me find this product, and I bought the two that she released. She released one lighter one in Pillow Talk and then a deeper one. I can't find them. You guys, this is how much I don't like that product, because it's just it's so freaking expensive for the amount of product that you get in that little pod. It's just so expensive, and that's what is really mortifying to me, to be honest. It's not even about the product, it's just how expensive it is for the amount of product that you get. I did my review on that product. I like the product. It is nice, it is pretty, it gives you a, you know, a shiny dew on your cheeks. It's cute. It never sets down, and I realized afterwards that it never does. So if you want it to set, you need to you know, set it with a powder, for a translucent powder, because otherwise it continues to be sticky, and then it'll stick to your hair, and you know how annoying that is. So that was also a product that, again, from her, very disappointing. Don't like it. Very overpriced. I say no thank you. Foundation that I hated in 2020 is this one by Too Faced. This is one of those soft matte foundations, and I was so excited to try Too Faced foundation, the matte one. I've tried all of Too Faced foundations, and they just don't work with my complexion. There is something about them that they just don't agree with me. The infamous Too Faced Luminous foundation, everyone loves it. I don't like it, so I was excited to try that one, but that was just a mess, you guys. It just didn't agree again with my face. It will break apart around my mouth so bad, and I tried it around summertime, so I wasn't even experiencing any dryness or dehydration that I'm gonna say it is my skin. It was just not cute. This year it's been hard for foundations because you have to try them with a mask, and I did that. So I did a 2-wear foundation wear test on that, and it just kept breaking apart here. It just disappeared. It looked heavy, it looked cakey. It never like blended into my skin. It just sat atop of my face, and it was just not cute. Oh my god, what an ugly foundation for me. I did not like that foundation. Again, no thank you. Next up, Clinique, and that's a concealer that I tried at the, I think, mid-year when they released it. It is meant to be a full coverage concealer, creaseless, you know, waterproof, blah 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 blah. And this is the big thing about these claims. That was my problem with the Too Faced as well. The foundation that I just talked about, they claim to like be waterproof, transfer proof, this proof, that proof, and then when you go ahead and do all the proof, it's not right. So anyways, this concealer by Clinique I did not like. I think that it is claiming to be full coverage, but it isn't. I do need a ton of coverage. I do like a ton of coverage, and if you claim to be full coverage, I do expect you to, you know, deliver, and that was not the case with this concealer. It looked really natural, it looked nice, it sat okay under my eyes. I didn't hate it, but it's just not full coverage, and if you claim to be full coverage, I'm gonna buy you, and then when I buy you and you're not, I'm gonna be disappointed. So this is what happened with this concealer. This is such a funny video. I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you are too. But yeah, anyways, that concealer, not for me, no thank you. Let's talk about Melt and the Be Like highlighter duos. You guys, that was such a mess. One of the compacts, it just came out when I was gonna show it to you. I know you can glue them back, it's no biggie, but it was just very funny, and it was the first time that it's ever happened to me in camera. So that's, I'm scarred for life, pretty much, is what I'm trying to say. Point being, that product, oh man, it was such a disappointing product for me. It was glittery, it sat atop of my skin, never blended. It was just not a cute look. I mean, the whole vibe that they gave us with the marketing was amazing. I loved it. I was waiting for those compacts to come out, and as soon as they did, I grabbed them both. I grabbed 2 of them. I think they released 3. And yeah, I was extremely happy. I was extremely excited to try it, and it was just, it didn't do it for me. Again, glittery. They popped out of the compact, and it was just, yeah, it's just not a product for me. No thank you. Another disappointing highlighter was one by Dior and their holiday 2020 collection. That's what our guy looked like. I did a whole review on this holiday collection. Pieces were beautiful. I picked up every single thing in the collection, most of them, and this highlighter was just so disappointing. It is white, it was chalky, it never blended. It just sat atop of my face, and I don't like it. I actually returned it right away because it was pricey and I didn't want that in my collection. Again, it just sat right there. It never like melted onto my skin, and I don't like those kind of highlighters. I don't know if you do, but I like something that is gonna be seamless, like this one by Charlotte. I mean, hello, do you see what I mean? It just melts, right? You can tell if I applied it here, 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 it just everywhere is beautiful. But anyways, yeah, that highlighter by Dior was just not for me. I returned it. Chalky, white, powder, chunky. No, thank you. So now let's talk about makeup by Mario. And when I reviewed his makeup line, I didn't review everything. I only got 2 palettes. So I know people are talking about other products from his line. I am going to talk about his matte palette. That one, it was just lackluster. It was just nothing amazing. I was like, I guess it's okay. It blended fine, but it just needed so much building up. It took so much building up to actually get the color. I guess some people will like something like that, but not really, you guys, because when you see a brown like that, those amazing colors, those amazing browns, you do want to see that kind of pigment. You do want to see that right away on your lid, and then, you know, be able to blend it beautifully. No, that was just like, I kept putting. No, I actually went ahead and bought the VCR palette, which I've been wanting for the longest time, and I always, you know, put it out. When I returned that palette, I went ahead and, you know, added a little bit more money and got the VCR mattes, and I am extremely happy with that purchase. And I could totally see the big difference when it comes to the pigment that there is in the VCR, because they were comparing the two. His shimmer palette, however, is actually beautiful, and I do love it. I do love it. This is not in any of my ranking videos because it's just like floating around in the middle. It's just something that you like, but it's not your fave. You know what I mean? Kind of like one of those products, but it is beautiful. These shimmers are beautiful, very pigmented. I love his color story. You have everything that you need here. I think for the holidays you can create beautiful looks using this guy. So yeah, the matte palette was not for me. I would say no, thank you. Next up, a brand that I discovered on 2020 and I love, and the product that I don't really love too much is this one by SUQQU. I talked about SUQQU so much lately in my channel. This one is their concealer. It is called the Intense Cover Concealer. Intense, right? I want Intense Cover Concealer. It doesn't give it to me. So same issue. It is beautiful. It looks natural. It sits well underneath your eyes. Doesn't creep. It doesn't look creepy. It doesn't crease. It doesn't cake. It is a good concealer, but it's not an intense concealer. So don't call it intense if you're not going to be intense, because then my expectations are up high there and then you're not gonna meet them. So this concealer was a meh for me. It was just whatever. I could do without. No, thank you. When Goss eyeshadow palette, I can't remember the name, listed, and I popped a picture right there. That release was also disappointing for me because I expected so much more. I was so excited for his eyeshadow palette. I mean, the formula is beautiful, don't get me wrong. It is a beautiful formula. I was just underwhelmed with the colors that he picked and how similar two of them are that I couldn't justify keeping that palette for the price that I paid. Those metallic silvery shades on my lids, they just look icy and it makes me look weird. I hate those colors on my complexion, and that could be just totally just personal preference. I would much rather have a gold than a platinum for me. You know what I mean? It's just, again, my preference. And he has two of the same in his palette. So with so many colors in the rainbow, he decided to put two of the same. highly disappointing. I returned the palette. I like the formula again, but I just couldn't justify keeping it and adding a product into my collection that I was going to probably not use. So love some of its releases. Some are going to be on my 2020 face, but this one is just not for me. No thank you. Last but not least, another complexion product that I tried this year and that I did not like is this one by Tarte. It is their Maracuya Tinted Moisturizer. I'm always in the hunt for the next best complexion product. I love complexion product. That one was right. That one was one that I also tried during summertime, so it was meant to be hydrating and nice. Again, same issue that I have with the Too Faced one. It just breaks apart all around my mouth. It just looked weird. It didn't matter if I apply primer, if I didn't. You shouldn't anyways. It is a tinted moisturizer. It's going to hydrate, right? It didn't. It just disappear by hours. It was just not really a nice product. I know a lot of people like it, but it was just not for me. So I say no thank you. Alrighty my friends, and that was it for today. Those are all the disappointing products of 2020. I think I covered every single one of them. I really hope I didn't forget like a big one, but I think I did. I did my homework. I had my notes and I think I went over everything. Let me know if I forgot anything. I would love to know. I would love to know your fails as well, because I'm pretty sure you came across fails this year just as much as I do. I'm pretty sure you do love makeup and you try a lot as well. Thanks so much you guys for your love and support. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next one. Bye!